The engineer controls the power levels to ship systems, which affects their performance. He also directs damage control teams to repair the ship, should the ship encounter damage. To adjust power levels, simply move the on-screen sliders up or down next to the corresponding system. You can also use the joystick on the attached controller to select ship systems by moving the joystick left or right and up and down to increase and decrease the power levels. Adjusting the levels will affect the corresponding system's performance in the following ways. Raising power to the primary beam will increase its effectiveness. Reducing it will have the opposite effect. Raising power to torpedoes will decrease the time required to load and unload the torpedo tubes. Note, this does not affect the effectiveness of the torpedoes themselves, only the time it takes to load and unload them. Increasing power to the sensors reduces the time it takes for the science officer to scan objects on the map. The rate at which the ship turns is directly affected by the power allocated to the maneuvering system. The impulse power level affects the speed of the ship at impulse, and the warp power level affects how fast or slow your ship travels at warp. Changing the power to front and rear shields causes them to offer more or less protection, and to recharge at a faster or slower rate. Keep in mind that any system raised above 100% power will begin to generate heat. As systems generate heat, they will eventually cause damage to ship systems. To avoid this, increase the coolant to the system using the coolant level controls next to the power level of each system. You can also set the coolant levels using the first two buttons on the top row of the controller. There are only 8 units of coolant available, so you must decide how to best allocate them in order to keep your systems cool. You can use the controller to create presets of ship energy and coolant levels that can be quickly recalled in different situations. To do so, first set your energy and coolant levels. Then, hold the Store button, which is the last button on the top row of the controller. And while doing so, press one of the 4 preset buttons on the bottom row. You can press this button again at any point to recall that preset. You have enough buttons to create 4 presets, and these can be overwritten simply by repeating the same process used to store the original preset. Finally, you can press the 3rd button on the top row to reset all the power and coolant levels to their default setting. The ship display above the power levels is where the engineer can see damaged systems and control the movement of damage control teams. Systems in red are damaged, and damaged systems will be inoperable or have reduced functionality. To move a damage control crew, first select a crew, then select the system you wish them to move to repair. If damaged repair crews have to move through damaged hallways, they will have to repair these first before they can move on to the damaged system. Remember, if your crew members are complaining about the ship not responding, it is possible that the systems they are attempting to use are damaged, or that the power to that system has been set to 0.